Hello and welcome to Orlando, Florida, home of ESPN's wide world of sports. We're here for the Heroes of the Dorm 2016 Championship Bracket TLDR show. But before we jump into all the action, let me introduce my co-hosts, SolidJake Kulinski, JC Gillyweed Gluck, and Tim Trikslyr Frazier. We have got a lot to share with you, so buckle your safety belts. We're all talking about Heroes of the Dorm 2016, but before you do anything, head on over to heroesofthedorm.com to find out about our bracket challenge. It is back, and you're going to want to participate to get your shot at the in-game portrait, as well as the Azmodunk skin bundle, and of course the grand prize, $10,000 up for grabs. Now, let's turn our attention to the 64-team bracket, of which we have taken our teams from each region and seeded them equally distributed across all 4 of these brackets, A, B, C, and D. Now, Tim, take us through Bracket A. Tell us what it's all about.
Sure, I can totally let you guys know what you should be looking for in Bracket A. We've got a lot of great teams. There's a group of death here as well. Waterloo is probably the #1 you should be looking out for, as well as UC Irvine, the Zot Boys, a great team as well. But the team that I'm looking at to make it out of this entire bracket and go to the Heroic 4 will be the University of Illinois, also known as the Mad Banners. Kakisho, the team captain, will be returning from 2015 with a brand new roster that is looking pretty darn solid. Now, the other 8 teams on the lower half of the bracket are 8 teams as well that are very, very strong, but the ones that you should probably keep an eye on are Tennessee. Rafflecopter is coming from that area, so he's a great star player. But Assumption College and UCLA are great as well. Whoever wins between those 2 teams can make a deep run in the bracket. So that's Bracket A, Kevin.
All right, man, let's keep moving on. Let's drop on down to Bracket B. Gillyweed, you got this one. Take us through it.
All right, so looking at Bracket B, there are several strong teams in this, including UT Arlington. We've also got Boston College and University of Utah that we'll be taking a look at in just a second. But I want to look at UT Arlington, the #1 seed out of the South. This is an undefeated team with the lowest average game time of all 64 teams in the bracket. And because of that, I think they're a strong contender to win the entire competition. But also in Bracket B, we have Boston College. And this is a team with 3 returning members after making it to the Heroic 4 last year. 2 of those players are King Plato and Apollo, and they are a duo that has been wrecking their way through the competition with Cho'Gall, no less.
Look at that.
Yeah, so it'll be one of these 2 teams for sure, in my opinion, that makes it to the Heroic 4.
Fantastic. That is our left side of the bracket, the 32 teams that dwell there. Let's move on over to the right side. Moving up to the top right corner, Jake Kulinski, let's hear it. What do you got? Take us through.
Alrighty, well, I really got to give a lot of props to UConn. They've got 4 to 5 of their members returning here in 2016, and they're looking phenomenal, but the Lamowls also worth considering. Now, let's just take a look at the UConn roster. Now, we do have this whole squad coming back, like I said, and they're here with a vengeance. They got disqualified last year, and they're looking to make up for that in 2016. Moving down into the lower side of the bracket, California, Berkeley, the returning champions with a full new roster. It's hard to predict exactly how good they're going to be, but we've heard that mechanically they're rather strong. All 5 of these players individually have that mechanical prowess to really go at the top level and bring us into those final matches.
All right, very interesting to see Cal Berkeley back with a whole new roster. We'll see how they have to play there. One more bracket to go. We're dropping down to Bracket D. Tim, this one's back at you.
Bracket D, man. I'm a fanboy of this team. You can see them at the very top there, the #1 seed out of the West region. It's going to be Arizona State, the real dream team. They are bringing in some heavy hitters this event. Looking at that, you see Michael Udall, Shot, Akafe, Snickers, and Fam. All great players. They're really going to be bringing their A game, and they're looking to win the entire tournament. Now, on the other side, we have 8 more teams as well. Toronto Varsity Blues are looking very strong as well as the #2 team coming out of the Northern region. So can't wait for that bracket overall. You know, really looking at it, man, the dream team are looking great.
ASU is certainly looking strong. Well, you know what? Let's jump right into it. Let's talk about our picks to win. Tim, we'll start with you. Do you think ASU is going all the way?
Yeah, man. Arizona State all the way. They got the experience, they got the drive, and they got Michael Udall. Can't go wrong.
All right, fair enough. How about you, Gillyweed? Who do you think is going to take it all this Heroes of the Dorm?
Well, I think that we'll see a rematch from last year's round of 16 between UT Arlington and Arizona State. But with the strong play that comes in, especially from Cladius and Huge, and the flexible pocket picks that they can bring to their drafts, I believe that we're going to see UT Arlington take it all.
I can totally see that. How about you, Jake? Let's hear from you.
Yeah, UConn, they're coming back with a vengeance. 4 out of 5 members returning. It's all about synergy with your team, and they have the best synergy in the whole tournament.
All right, fair enough. I'm with Gilly. I'm going with UT Arlington for the win. I think they're going to take it over Arizona State in that final match, and it's going to be an exciting one to watch. And of course, again, If you are following at home, you're going to want to head over to heroesofthedorm.com and participate in our bracket challenge. So much prizing up for grabs, $10,000 and a whole slew of other things. So navigate over there. And of course, let me tell you how you can follow all month long. Next weekend, Saturday, March 19th and March 20th, we're going to hit the round of 64 and round of 32 with a vengeance, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. Then the following weekend, Saturday, March 26th and 27th, Super 16 and Epic 8, 9 a.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Eastern, respectively. All of this streaming on Watch ESPN, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Of course, last but not least, the live event, Seattle, Washington, CenturyLink Field Event Center. It's going to be Saturday, April 9th and April 10th. The Heroic Four and Grand Finals, 8 p.m. Eastern. It is going to be an event for the ages. You will not want to miss it. Stick around, watch these final outtakes from last year's Hero of the Dorm. I promise you this year is going to be even more epic. On behalf of SolidJake, Gillyweed, Trikslyr, my name is Cloaken, and we'll see you in the Nexus.